All right, folks, by request, special edition late morning coffee sessions with pouring concrete. And here we go. There's the first of it pouring out right there. Took them a while to get the truck maneuvered in there. As I pointed out earlier this morning, you got some wires hanging down, the power wires up there, and this lowest one is an old telephone cable, which I don't even have telephone service anymore, but still they had to kind of hold it up while the truck got maneuvered in there. But he's there and pretty close to the corner of the garage from what I can tell. So let me see if I can get the comments open, see who all's watching here. Let's see who doesn't have a life and wants to watch concrete being poured. Charles Deering, Darren Birds, Paul Stewart, Larry Galt. Yeah, I went. One guy told me this earlier today when they first got here that he thought it was going to be here around 12:30, but then Robbie, the main guy there, he told me it was scheduled for 11, and the truck pulled up right at 11. So I'm hoping they did some what they call a tight measurement, and they figured out they might be able to get it with 10 yards. So Robbie called the concrete place, and they said, "Yeah, we think we can put 10 yards in that truck." So hopefully, this will be the only one we need, and they won't need to order a second truck. It'll be sharp. The suspense is killing him, he says. Troy, I'm not sure what that emoticon is. Bob Sims. Yeah, this is a special edition, Bob. This is the late morning special edition coffee sessions. Some folks from the earlier session said they wanted to see the concrete getting poured. So there we go. By request, you were watching money float out of my pocket as we speak. So. And of course, the dogs are all excited, as you can tell. He's back for the half show, yeah. Yeah, looks like they're just doing the wheelbarrow thing because they're right about where you see, let's see, you guys can see my mouse cursor. Right in here is where my septic tank is. So they didn't want to bring this big truck down this way over the septic tank or near the septic tank. So, much safer to come this way, except they do have to be careful of that power line. So let's see, we've already got, quite a few folks watching. I'm surprised this many folks want to tune in and watch. These guys, you can tell, look how they get like an assembly line. He parks the wheelbarrow, the guy drops it down. I'm really impressed. These guys are craftsmen here, the way they do this stuff. And there's no way I would want to do it. I couldn't even move that wheelbarrow. It's going to be so heavy. I don't know how they do it. I'm way too old for that stuff. All right, try to get the dogs calmed down a little bit here. Yeah, I asked the guy too earlier today. I says once the truck gets here and y'all pour it, I says how long does it take to do this? And he said he thought it would probably take him about 3 hours to get it all finished and everything they're going to do to it. So I doubt if I'm going to be on here with a 3 hour broadcast. I just don't see that happening. But I did want to get on here to, since you guys requested to see the first pour. Here we go. I was telling the guys a while ago too, the main reason I had to do all this was because the old driveway slab had cracked and buckled, and was half of it right down the middle of the driveway was tilted towards the house, so all the water ran towards the house. And I was joking when I say, yeah, probably what'll happen is we'll get this fixed, and then we'll have a drought here in Georgia. So, but that's okay. It'll eventually rain again. Let's see. Let me check the comments here. Mark says, pour that puppy. Yeah. Go for it. I can drive down and put my handprint in it. Yeah, well, you'd have to be pretty quick, Bill, because this stuff is going to set up reasonably quick, I think. Charles wants his initials in there too. Yeah, I want it nice and smooth. The money I'm paying for this, I don't want a blemish in it anywhere. Marty Hempsel watching. Hey, Marty, how you doing? Charles says no life. Yeah. Apparently, 18 other people are the same way, Charles, because according to my thing here, there's 19 folks watching. Yeah. And no college debt. That's right, buddy. That's right. Earl Walker's here. The guy at the shoot has the easy job. Well, he's the boss, so he should have the easy job. I'm really the one with the easy job because I'm sitting in here in air conditioning in my office while those guys are out there. I don't know what it is. Let me look just to see how miserable it is out there. I was standing out there talking to them earlier, and it was pretty rough, and I wasn't doing anything, just standing there. I think it's if I can get my phone to cooperate here. Let's see what it says. It says it's 81 degrees, feels like 86, but it's 72% humidity. So, yeah, I'd rather be right here where I am. Charles says you can leave the camera going for 3 hours without the setting there. Yeah, I suppose I could. I've actually, Charles, I don't think you were here yesterday, but this is all being, you're watching this from my security camera that I have mounted on the corner of my garage, and my security cameras record all the time. I have 5 cameras and they're all the time recording. And I've already taken the footage from yesterday when they were doing the demo part and forming it up and all that stuff. So I've already got that footage and put it together in a video as a time lapse. It takes from all day. They got here about 8:15 to, I think they left at 3:45, and when I shrunk it all down, it still took about almost 8 minutes worth of video just in the time lapse. But it's pretty cool to watch because he's running the skid steer and all that, and I mean you get to see it all in just a few minutes, everything they did. Been there, done that, says Larry. He has the Harbor Freight mixer. Me too. I thought I was done, but I have more to come as well. Yeah. Sweat equity, Mark. That's what you call it. Sweat equity. There's no way in heck I would want to be out there doing what these guys are doing. Just that's why you pay them the big bucks, I guess. Steve says I made the live show. You started early. Yeah, they truck got here right at 11. It took them a few minutes to get him backed in there, but yeah. Bart says, I have a life. I'm working concurrently during this episode. I'm glad somebody is. Terry says he just finished 2,200 square feet. Yeah. I think I heard him say when they were doing the measurement to tell him how much, I think they were talking around 800 square feet or something like that for this job. So let's see, 12. We've got, I guess a lot of people are on Facebook. It says we've got 12 on YouTube and 9 on Facebook hanging out watching. Yeah, I'm wondering how long it's going to take them just to get, to get the truck part done, where the truck gets it all done and pulls out, and then they'll have a lot longer to finish it. But I just wonder how long it's going to take them. Looks like they're getting it pretty quick. I will do that, Doug. I will certainly do that. In fact, I don't know how much you want. Like I said, I did the time lapse video. Let's see. Now, I was going to try to pull it up, but I'll wait until I get the other. But what I did is I pulled all the little segments or clips from my security, because it records in little chunks. And when I pulled them all in, and there was like about 150 of them, I think, over that 7 or 8 hours. And I put it in my movie editing software, and I've got the time lapse set where it's sped up 64 times. So I can give it to you like that, or I can slow it down a bit, or or I can send you the file and you can, I don't know if you're familiar with movie editing software, but I can send you the raw stuff if you want to do it however you want. But yeah, I'd be happy to send that to you. Oh, there's something flying around. Oh, there's one of those murder hornets. You see that? One of those murder hornets flying around my security camera there. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, there's one of those murder hornets. Golly. New FedEx delivery route. Let's see. Earl says he's also at work. I do a lot of listening and look over at the phone often. Okay. Larry says he remembers when concrete was $35 a yard. I don't know how much it is now, but because I don't know all the details, I just know from the quotes that I got that this guy wasn't the cheapest, but he was the one I was most impressed with, and he was referred to me by my buddy Jim, and Jim most of the time doesn't steer me wrong. He has referred one dud, and And I know he feels bad about that too, but it's all good. It's all good. Bill Larson in the house. How you doing, Bill? John Ian is in the house. Send you the raw footage. Will do. I'll tell you what I'll do, Doug. I'll get with you and I'll because it's probably going to be some pretty good file sizes. I'll put it on my what do you call it? What do you call that thing? Dropbox. I'll put it on my Dropbox and then give you the thing or whatever you need to go get it. I'd be happy to do that. John says he's melting here. Yeah. I almost feel guilty because I'm sitting here. It's like 70 degrees here in the house. Nice and cool. All right. I'm hoping as that truck driver starts pulling up that he remembers that power line is right there. I think the only one that's really hanging low is just that phone line. And, like I said, I haven't had a landline in years. So he says, zip it. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. The dogs, I tell you, they haven't had this much excitement. And you know what? I don't know why I'm even bothering showing me. You don't need to see me. Let me just do this. Put it like that. Then we can get a little bigger view. All right, Jack, you need to calm down now, boy. That's why you pay him the big bucks. Sit back and watch. That's right. I have a hard time because I'm so used to doing everything myself and being here, just me and the two dogs. I don't have a neighbor that I can go, hey, can you come help me lift this for a minute? I always have to figure out how to do everything by myself. I always have done that. And so when I have somebody like this, it's hard for me to just sit and watch him because I'm like, oh, well, let me help you with it. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. That's why I'm paying them. So cubic yard of concrete costs $119 to $147 per cubic yard delivered. All right. Well, there's supposed to be 10 yards in that truck. So, yeah, Mark says, hell, I wouldn't feel guilty at all. Well, it's not that I feel guilty watching him. It's just I feel a little guilty sitting in here in the air conditioning. But, and of course, these guys, they know I have a security camera, but they don't have any idea they're being broadcast wherever. But look at them, man. They're getting it. Yeah, hopefully, Doug, you can use this to show your students or whatever that, hey, you don't have to sit in an office and do something boring. You can get out and do something outside. Every one of these guys, there's like I mentioned, this guy here with the long, whatever you call that thing. That's Robbie. That's the owner. And then these other guys, this guy's name is Dave, I think. I can't remember what this guy's name was, but all four of these guys are just super hard workers. I was watching when I was doing the footage from yesterday, right at about noon. Of course, I was working out in the garage, so I had the door open. I was seeing everything, And right about noon, they broke for lunch. And this little guy that's right down here where my mouse is, he didn't leave with them. He stayed, and I don't know whether they take turns staying with the tools or whatever, but maybe that was why he stayed. But he had like a little igloo thing and had his lunch, and I bet he didn't spend 5 minutes eating lunch. And then when he got done, he was up working, doing other stuff while the rest of them were still gone at lunch. So really hardworking folks right there. Any crew here wouldn't speak English. Not that that's bad. All of these guys, I spoke to all of them, and all of them speak real good English. Well, I guess I'm mainly talking about these two because the other guys are clearly from the South when you talk to them. But okay, Doug's giving me the name of that tool. It's a bull float. Thank you, Doug. I knew there had to be a name for it. And I've heard the name float before, but I didn't know it was a bull float. Okay, there's Robbie up there guiding the concrete truck, making sure he's not going to hit high enough. It looks like there's plenty of clearance on the power. Well, I say plenty. It's probably pretty close because there's the top of the truck. Right there is the power line. There goes. He's going to get up on the ladder on the thing and grab that phone cable or whatever it is, I think. No, maybe not. Like I said, it really wouldn't matter if they knocked it down because I don't have a landline. I haven't had one in years. Oh, he got something to push it up, I guess. 2 before or something, I guess. The other guys have a come along. Okay. I've heard the word come along, but that's not what I think of when I think of a come along. Yeah, the guys, he's having to push up some, probably that stupid phone thing that's not even there anymore. I guess that driver, he's got all kinds of controls in there. I just saw him raise the chute up. So I guess he can do all that stuff from the comfort of the cab. Rear discharge trucks are almost non-existent here. Okay, yeah, I've seen some that have the have that in the front. And that would make more sense, I guess, because it's easier probably to see where you're going with it. So how many of them ordered a Gatton CNC kit? Well, none that I know of, but let's see, there's like 5 guys out there, and 3 of the 5 guys have really been drooling over the stuff in my shop. They've been asking me, because I see the skeletons stacked up there, and I was cutting them all day long yesterday. And they'd go, well, what are you doing with these things? What, you know? And then I had to show them that the that's just a skeleton, and the parts that I cut are what make up the machine. Then showed him the machine. And in fact, Robbie, the guy right here with the wheelbarrow, the owner, he was telling me, talking to him a few minutes ago, that he used to work for a place and run a CNC mill. So, no, I thought they weren't going to drive that truck on the concrete, the existing concrete, but I guess they figure it's lighter now since they've dumped probably better than half of that out. So, Mark says, take another sip of coffee, Dave. I'm already coffeeed out this morning. I've had my quota, so won't be any more coffee today. I don't know if you can hear that, but I don't know what that sound is, but it's apparently they're doing something with that truck because it's the one making all the noise. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do, Doug. I'll put all the raw footage in a zip file and put it on my Dropbox, but I'll also put the what will probably end up being, I don't know, maybe a 12-15 minute video of the super sped up time lapse, and that way you can have both and do whatever you want with them. I can't believe the dogs are actually being quiet while this is going. Okay, Mark says that was the mixer. Okay, yeah, I figured they had to mix it up a little bit because it'd been a few minutes sitting there. Yeah, it looks like it's not going to be long, and the truck will be leaving. I just hope they measured right and got enough, because the Robbie was telling me that if they can't get it in one truck, the stuff starts setting up so quick that it's hard to get a good joint when you put the fresh stuff with stuff that was poured earlier. So I'm hoping that they get it. LB says, when I was a teenager, I worked with a guy in his 60s laying concrete. We used boards for spreading it out smooth. I thought I was going to die the first week. Yeah, it's some it's like I said, that's why they make the big bucks. It's hard work, all of it. This part is hard. Uh, the other what they did yesterday is, busting up that old concrete and a lot of shovel and dirt, and is the title of this session concrete thinking. I don't know. I guess one thing about it, though, these guys, it's hard work, but when you do it every single day, I guess it's just like doing anything else. But I would think that after a few years, it would have to get tough on the old back and stuff. Yeah, it shouldn't take much longer for him to get the truck out of here. And at least he's clear of the wires now, so he won't have any trouble pulling out. I'm supposed to get a Amazon delivery today. They'll probably come right in the middle of all this. In fact, it's supposed to be here pretty much early afternoon, so and it's you can see it's getting pretty crowded down here in this cul-de-sac too, because um, Robbie's truck, the neighbor's car that's parked on the street, then the other truck with the trailer with the skid steer on it, and then there's another truck with the trailer that they had to haul all the wire and stuff. So Elby says, I hauled a lot of hay in my time at a Nikola bale, much better than concrete. Yeah, baling hay is hard work too, but I'd rather do that than concrete, I think. Although I don't want to do any of it now. A cement chanted evening. It's going to look sharp when it's finished, says Klondike. Well, the real test will be when we have that first good rain, because that's the whole reason I'm doing this, is to the old driveway just had sunk and buckled and done different things, and when it rained hard, the water ran towards the house. Now, I don't know if y'all remember from yesterday or in previous things when I've shown views from this camera, but my old walkway, the driveway came down and then this walkway came straight into it. So you had sharp 90-degree things, and they thought it looked better. And I did too, by putting the radius on there. It kind of gives it a whole different look. And especially since when you stand up here at the, like near the mailbox, it's got this big sweeping curve that kind of looks better, I think. See if I'm missing any comments. Hi Jeff, how you doing? Just so you know, tomorrow's 9 o'clock edition of the coffee sessions will be called the curing. We'll sit and drink coffee and watch concrete cure. So look forward to that, fans. Are they going to put a cobblestone stamp in it? No, I think they're just going to broom it a little bit. I saw somebody walking around with a big broom a while ago. So I'm pretty sure that's what he said they would do. more neighbors coming down to, I guess she's going to see Norma. That was my neighbor from up the street that just drove by. Oh yeah, Earl's asking, is it going to be smooth or are they going to broom it? No, they're supposed to broom it, I think, is what they said. Looks to be a hot and sunny day. Don't forget to water your concrete as it cures. Yeah, I'll follow whatever directions Robbie gives me. He knows his stuff, so whatever he tells me to do, I will do. There you see those two guys got the I think that's I don't think that's a two before. I think that piece they've got is actually a piece of rectangle aluminum tubing, I believe, is what it looks like. Troy asked, why do they broom it? Well, it just leaves kind of a, I don't, I'm not a concrete guy, but I just know when you broom it, it leaves kind of a textured finish so that it's not slippery. And Bob agrees with me, I guess, or yeah. Yeah, it just puts kind of a little not really texture. That's probably not the right. See, Doug's on it, man. He knows this stuff. Aluminum screed. That's what that thing is. Yeah. I should have had you join me for this broadcast, Doug. You could have helped me with the you could have been the I can be the play by play and you can be the analyst or something. So it says yes, that tool is a lot straighter than a two by. Well, it's definitely not a two by from Lowe's or Home Depot. I can guarantee you that because it would have a nice curve to it. Bob says, I used to do this on college holidays, I guess. Well, I hope you're enjoying this interesting concrete pour. If you want to look off to the right a little bit, you can watch my grass grow too. Um, since we're watching, I was just thinking when I got ready to go live on this, I'm like, yeah, this is like right up there with watching grass grow and paint dry as far as excitement. But hashtag whole 9 yards. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I just need to squeeze a little bit more out of that truck there. I know Robbie's not going to be happy if he finds out that's it, and they've got to get another truck to bring out that little dab. That's not going to be, it's not going to make him happy, I bet. But they measured it. They did some measuring earlier, and we're going to try to take a chance. Cure and seal. Sealer is important. Yeah. JJ says, "What's up? How you doing, Jesse?" We're by request doing the live of the concrete stuff. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get any more out of that truck or not. Yeah, I agree. Bart, moving right along. It's going to be close, looks like. There goes the killer hornet again. It will be an inverted speed bump in my driveway. Yeah, I probably backed down too fast anyway. Yeah, Larry says, looks like that's all that's in that load. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, they were trying to take a chance because because they were trying to squeeze it all in one truck and not have to get a second truck. But I don't know if that gamble's going to pay off for them or not. Bill says, Dad always embedded a current quarter in fresh concrete, I guess to show the year it was done. Hmm. All right, I see he's got it spinning again, so I don't know. Maybe they're going to try to squeeze a little more out of there. For luck, maybe. Is that why you put the quarter in there? Doug says the next truck is too long. That will make a cold joint not a good thing. I think he is washing out. Okay. Yeah, that's what Robbie was saying. He was trying to get it all in one truck so that he wouldn't have a cold joint because of the other truck taking too long to get there. So it was either that or they were going to try to get the trucks back to back. But I don't know. I don't know how far away this place is, but I do know that it was at about probably 10 o'clock when I heard Robbie on the phone asking if he could get it with. That's probably later than that. It was probably like 10:15. There's my FedEx delivery. I think that's how it's coming. Watch them walk right down the concrete. But I think that's how my package is coming. It may not be for me. Nah, I don't know where to go. Maybe I won't get my package today. I'm trying to remember what I've got coming. Yeah, it's not critical. I'm not going to use what I got coming today anyway, probably. So. Shiva, my girl, was barking back saying hi. Yeah. Setting off his fur alarm. Yeah. Well, I suspect then that Robbie is. There's another one of those murder hornets. You see it? I suspect he's on the phone. Oh, and that's my neighbor out there. What is she talking to him about? Come on, Norma. He's on my dime right now. Leave him alone. You probably can't get a good view, but that's my right here is my neighbor Norma. That lives back over in here. You can't see her house from there. So maybe Robbie will get another concrete job. Looks like he's going over there to take a look at something for her. And that's typical Norma. That's my neighbor. She'll hit him up while they're over here. David from Portal Woodworks is here. And I think we've got more people watching this than we had earlier this morning. All right, Ed, have a great day. Get out there in the shop and make something. Yeah, it looks like that truck is done. So we will have another truck, looks like, at some point. I think I'm going to go out there real quick. I'm going to mute the mic and so you don't hear the dogs bark. I'll leave this on if anybody wants to watch it. I'm going to go out there and have a conversation with Robbie, see what the plan is. All right, I'm back. He's got another truck on the way. It said it should be here shortly, I think, so shouldn't be too bad. But it's looking good. It says we get to see if Dave actually wears pants or not. No, I didn't leave the corner of the garage, so I'm sure I wasn't on the screen. Because I was up under where the camera is. And I can't walk out there because it's all wet concrete. So, but it's really looking good now that they've got the concrete in. Of course, it's hard to tell from this video shot, but now that they've got the concrete in it, you can see that there's a good slope running right across here, so it should keep the water shooting across there without going towards the house. Yeah, I hear you, David. It's fun to watch, but I don't care anything about doing that kind of work. Didn't want to do that even when I was younger, but I sure don't want to do it now. Well, let's see, man. You guys keep hanging around. I keep thinking when I see the numbers dwindle on the video or on the live stream, I'll go ahead and shut it off. But yeah, I was asking Robbie. I said, I see my neighbor was at it talking to you. She said, oh yeah, she wants me to come take a look at something. I guess she's got something she wants done now. And I don't have any idea what that would be because her driveway is pretty nice. She hadn't had the problems that I've had, at least the last time out, because I used to go over there and every once in a while and pull her trash can back down to the house for her on trash day. Yeah, her driveway was in a whole lot better shape than mine. But she might be talking about doing something in the back or something. You can probably hear Jack slurping in the background. I saw one guy going around to the other side of the house, so I think he might be going to get the hose and maybe if they need to wet this down any, I don't know. I think that might be what he's doing. Yeah, they measured it and tried to get it all in one truck, but it's like I told Rob, I said you missed it by that much. So, and he says, well, I'd rather miss it by that much than a wheelbarrow full. So yeah. Paul says, working while watching, a nice distraction. Yeah, I don't know how long it'll take the other truck to get here, but I'm sure that will. Yeah, I'm thinking I could switch to a different camera. No, that camera won't get it. I was going to say, because that camera course, it doesn't even come in very clear. He says, I see putting in the joint for sidewalk and driveway. Yeah. Not really a whole lot to see right now, folks. It's, like I said, pretty much done except for that last little bit. And then there'll be, be brooming it and stuff like that, I guess, here in a little bit. So, not really a whole lot to see. Yeah, I can tell. I can hear the water running. I got the spigot going out back. A guy took a bucket around there. And there's a big old long hose over there, too, if they just want to use the hose. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. We've been on here. How long have we been on here? Just over an hour. And not a whole lot to see right now. But I will keep the, like I said, the security cameras are always rolling. So I will get footage of all of it. And I will let you know, Doug, when I get all of it put together and put up on my Dropbox, and I'll send you a link or something to that. However that stuff works. I don't do it enough to remember how it works, but anyway, I'm going to go spend the rest of the day probably watching concrete dry or cure and all that good stuff. But thanks for tuning in. Anybody that tuned in to watch this, and let's see if I can get it back. Oop. Nope, that's not it. Clicking these different things here. Oh, I got to turn that off. There we go, I think. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here and see if I can figure out how to get to my mailbox from here. I'm going to have to go out the back door and walk all the way around, I guess, because the steps from the front porch are off while they finish doing this. So I guess I'll just walk around, go the long way. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good one, and we will play it out here and see y'all tomorrow morning. Thanks for joining me for the concrete edition. See you guys.